Well, Newcastle 0, Arsenal 2, and Arsenal have gone ahead to really win against Newcastle. During the match build-up, I came out and really told you that I think Arsenal are going to win this game by 2-1. I never saw them keep a clean sheet, and that's one of the hugest positives that Arsenal have gone ahead to get into this game of football. And Aaron Ramsdale has gotten himself onto 13 clean sheets kept this season, and I'm going to be letting you know who is above of him and what he's supposed to go ahead and really do to see that he finds himself in a position of really winning the Golden Glove. Smash the like button, comment, and share. Let's see this video has. Let's see this video get close to 300 likes smashed onto it, because it's really so much important to really see you people reciprocating the love back to this channel. And don't forget, guys, to subscribe. Don't forget to subscribe. I know Arsenal fans are really jubilating, and you are elated. You are really allowed to do that, because it never looked a very easy game on paper, and obviously you saw it on the field of play. All the halves were really so much exhilarating and tension setting, depending on the side you're really watching on to. The start of the game really came in at a very high speed from Newcastle. For the first 12 minutes, Arsenal were shattered into their half. Newcastle shattered Arsenal into their half, and Arsenal couldn't even cross the halfway of the pitch to go into the side of Newcastle. But Newcastle having that ball, and they never really found themselves into using it, they paid for it, because the first shot Arsenal had on target came in the 14th minute from Martin Odegaard, and it counted. It was on target, and the assist went into Jorginho. And now, I would love to go all out and really tell people that watch this channel that I don't support Arsenal, but I'm really so critical on what the system a team plays. I've always told you that Jorginho is a better player than Thomas Partey in that Arsenal system, and most of you have always not gone on to really appreciate what I'm really telling you. But have you seen it in the previous two games? Look, from the game of City, when Jorginho comes on, the game changes totally. Look at the game of Chelsea. He shattered that midfield. And you know what people said? No, even Partey would have done a better job, because Chelsea is in shambles and they cannot come out and really lift themselves up to go ahead and really win a game of football. So to win over that midfield battle was something easy. And I told you, all right, let's wait here against Newcastle. In my match preview, I called in for Jorginho to start, and Jorginho was put in that midfield. And you see what is going to have to happen. Do you see what is going to have to happen in that midfield? He won the midfield battle from Bruno Guimaraes, Joe Wellington, and Willock. That midfield is really strong of Newcastle, but Jorginho made them look like they are nowhere in this pitch. It looks like they were passengers in the middle of the park. Jorginho won every duel, won every battle, and he just went ahead to excite everyone. And let me send a warning to those fans of Arsenal that think that Rokani has an agenda on Thomas Partey. I don't have an agenda on Thomas Partey, but keep an eye on how Jorginho controls that midfield. He's press resistant. Have you seen him lose a ball? Have you seen him lose a ball? He hasn't lost a ball today, And you saw Thomas Partey, when Jorginho was taken off in the game of Chelsea and Partey was brought on, you saw how many balls he gave away. I want to really let you know that Thomas Partey is really a very good player, but Jorginho surpasses him. I really prefer to have Jorginho in my single pivot or defensive pivot ahead of Thomas Partey, because he offers lots of things that most people cannot offer. And let me show you what he really had to offer today. And he has been given the player of the match by Sky Sports, which I agree with them. Though even Odegaard, if at all we're going to the player rating soon, I'm going to let you know who I think was my man of the match. Jorginho has found himself registering 68 touches. He was the first. So no one registered more touches than Jorginho into that entire game. Jorginho had 1 assist, and he was the first, Successful passes completed, 42. No one completed more touches than him in the middle of the park. Passes received from backline, 27. Now, this is something that Thomas Partey has not been doing well for Arsenal, receiving that ball from the backline. And Jorginho does it very well, because he's a press-resistant player. His skill set is far much more better than that of Thomas Partey, and I think Jorginho is sending a message to Mikel Arteta that please, I should be the player starting to those games. As I always told you after the game of Liverpool that Jorginho should come into the mix, Thomas Partey should be dropped, and you guys came all over me. Now I think you coincide with me. Even Mikel Arteta has gone ahead to coincide with me that Jorginho is now one of the most important players on the field of play, amidst all rumors that were being circulating that saturated around that Arsenal cannot keep a clean sheet without Saliba. Now, for the very first time ever since Saliba got out of the Arsenal team, Arsenal have gone ahead to really keep a clean sheet for the very first time. Remember, Saliba found himself not playing the game of West Ham, a game of Crystal Palace, Leeds, Liverpool, West Ham, Southampton, Man City, Chelsea, and this one. Out of those 8 games that Arsenal have gone ahead to play without William Saliba, they've conceded. And they've conceded very many goals. But today, they conceded none from Newcastle. They went ahead to find themselves in a position of really keeping a clean sheet today. And in the game of Chelsea, they only conceded 1. You understand? So I believe this guy is really one of those players that Arsenal fans have been underlooking, but he's really so much important to the team of Arsenal. Possession won. He won possession 8 times. That he was the first in the entire game. No one made more possession. Nobody won more possession than Jorginho. Clearances, 3. And he was the best player to make clearances off the field of play. That is Jorginho for you. And there is something that even Ian Wright went ahead to say about Jorginho. That's it. And he called out for Mikel Arteta to bench Thomas Partey. And we've seen him being one of those people that have gone ahead to be so much supportive of Thomas Partey this season, has gone ahead to give him lots of hails. But today, none really came to pass. But back onto the game, Arsenal in the 14th minute registered a very good goal, but Newcastle really came in through and came close to twice. But Aaron Ramsdale was in epic form today, and I think he has gone ahead to give Arsenal a clean sheet that really deserved. But in the 71st minute, an own goal coming in from Fabian Schär. Obviously, that effort of Martinelli that was made as a cutback into the mouth of the goal just never found the right Arsenal player. But Fabian Schär found himself connecting to his own goal. So it shows you how good Arsenal was on the day, and they went ahead to go ahead and really capitalize onto that. But we can't go into the match starts without talking about Jakub Kiwior. Guys, have you seen how Jakub Kiwior is? This guy is talented. I've always called up for him that he's going to bench Gabriel Magalhaes. And trust me, next season, if a preseason goes well for Jakub Kiwior, I don't see Gabriel Magalhaes getting his spot back as he has always been this season, because Saliba and Jakub Kiwior might turn into the first choice central defense partnership of Arsenal. That's it, because they've gone ahead to look good on the day. Jakub Kiwior was solid. He was winning the L duels because he was really tall. He's hard, solid, and he is fast. So you wouldn't bully him because of your energy like Carl Wilson. Even if you bring in the skill of Alexander Isak, he has gone ahead to show to it that even if he's left-footed and doesn't have a lot of right legs into him, he can really keep himself firm on either foot, provided you are attacking him on any of the foots that he's really having on his body. So he's one of those players that's gone ahead to really put in a very good shift, and the clean sheet has gone ahead to see to it that Arsenal have seen their goalkeeper Ramsdale equaling the clean sheets that Pope has. Nick Pope has gone ahead to really put in lots of clean sheets, 13, but he has taken very many games without keeping a clean sheet. I think last kept a clean sheet against Manchester United. Then Ramsdale is 2 clean sheets away from equaling David De Gea, who is really having the record this season and is really into the pole position of relifting the Golden Glove of the season. That is David De Gea for you. So Arsenal really had some good chances. I think Martinelli was wasteful. He had like 3 chances to kill off the game and was really so wasteful. And I think that goal, the second goal that he brings in for Arsenal, I think gives Arsenal a little bit of relief. And no one's going to go ahead and really slate Martinelli on the day, but he needed to find himself back to his scoring position. So I think he had a very beautiful game, but chances were created to him. Odegaard released him after the first goal he scored, and then I think it was Jorginho releasing him again towards the end of the first half. He had the chance to kill off the game. And I think even Jesus released him. So 3 chances that he costed Arsenal. And Arsenal are going to have to kill off this game at halftime. So as it stands, Arsenal are really placed Second, 81 points. Man City is having 82 points. So let's wait and see where this is going to go on and be the end. But it looks like the trophy is not yet done. As a United fan, I'm so much excited with the job that Arsenal have gone ahead to do tonight. They've beaten Newcastle, and if at all we win today against West Ham, you're going to be into the third position. So I really like that. Arsenal, thank you very much. Thank you for that win that we're going to have to really secure for the team of Arsenal. Let's go a little bit into the stats as they went to the field of play. 12 shots by Newcastle. Arsenal had 10. 5 shots on target, of which Ramsdale had very many to save. And I think he pulled out a worldly, he pulled out a worldly. I think he pulled out like 3 worldies out of the 5 shots that he really saved. Then Arsenal had 6. So it shows you that Arsenal, out of the 10 shots, 6 of those were really on target. So it shows you how good that team really looked on the day. 55% ball possession by Newcastle, 45% ball possession by Arsenal. This is what I've always called out for Mikel Arteta, that he needs to try to find means of winning games. You shouldn't be playing very well to win every game. Pep has shown us this in the 2 games they're going to have to play against Arsenal. 3-1 at Emirates and 4-1 at the Etihad. You don't tell me that that's how Man City play. No. But Man City surrendered possession to Arsenal and said, we are going to capitalize on pressing them, and if at all we make them lose the ball, we are going to hit them and obviously score. So what Man City did best was to be clinical after pressing Arsenal and making them losing the beautiful game of football, especially in the middle of the park. So I think that's kudos for Mikel Arteta, and I think with him being a young manager, 3rd season in management, having a lot of pressure on him to win the trophy, because a trophy was not their main aim. Their main aim was to return to the Champions League, and with them capping to 81 points, they've gone ahead to seal the Champions League position. So no one can come close to them. That is it. So I think Mikel Arteta is really doing a great job, and I think next season he's going to know that you shouldn't play well to win every game, and that is something that should sink down into his brain, because if it doesn't, he's going to see himself losing games like I was going to have to lose the previous ones before he went ahead to return back to winning ways against Chelsea. Newcastle had 391 passes completed. Arsenal had 343 passes. Newcastle had 79% ball possession, passing accuracy, but Arsenal had 79% passing accuracy. So they leveled on the ball passing accuracy. 16 fouls by Newcastle, 12 fouls by Arsenal. I like the referee today. He was not having his whistle onto his mouth. I like the way he really ruled, especially that penalty that was rewarded by the referee around the 6th minute of the game to Newcastle, and it was overturned after he went on and really watched everything that really happened via the side monitor, as the assistant VR referee told him, please, you have to take a look onto this. So I really liked it, and he only issued out 1 yellow card to Arsenal. Then 2 yellow cards went into a side known as Newcastle. Then 0 red cards were issued, 0 offsides to Newcastle and 1 for Arsenal. 9 corners for Newcastle, a little bit of pressure, and most of these came in through during the first half and towards the end of the game in the 80th minute. Then Arsenal found themselves having only 4 corners, and they really did very well into those corners. When you look at the Premier League table, obviously Man City top of the table. Now Arsenal's gonna have to play 1 more game than Man City, but Man City is just having 1 goal ahead of Arsenal. 1 point ahead of Arsenal with 58 goal difference, and Arsenal really having 44, meaning that Man City has a 14 more goal difference than a team of Man City. Than a team of Arsenal. Newcastle, that has been beaten today, has 65 points. United 33. United are having 63 games in 33 games. They win, they are going 3rd. That's it. Liverpool trying to push to go in for the Champions League, but I believe it's going to be hard for them because Newcastle just needs to win how many games out of the men they are left with. Newcastle just needs 7 points out of the 4 games they are left with, and I think they're going to get them. So if United go ahead and really win more 3 games and Newcastle win 3, I think Liverpool's hopes of going to the Champions League will be watered down by these 2 teams. And I don't want Liverpool to go there, because when they beat Manchester United 7-0, they celebrated like they had gone ahead to win the trophy. That's it. But I like the substitutions of Mikel Arteta. Taking Zinchenko off was really very much intelligent, because Zinchenko had really turned into a nuisance. That's it. Even in the 6th minute, he gave away the ball more easily, even when they had just scored. I mean, Arsenal in the 14th minute. 6 minutes later, Zinchenko gave possession out easily. So I think it's better to get into the mood and really understand that Zinchenko is a very good player, but we should all understand that he's not that kind of player that is in form right now. He is really looking bad. So I think Tierney deserves to go out and really start these games. And when he came on through, you saw that stability in the defensive area of the left back of Arsenal came to normal. That's it. They played very well, and he really restored insanity into that left back position of Arsenal. And I think I like the way Thomas Partey, I'm talking about not Thomas Partey, Ben White really reacted to Ishak, because Ishak never exposed him a lot, and Ben White really looked solid, even when St. Maximin came on through with Anton Gordon, and they were targeting him because they knew that Tierney is very hard to break through. So what they did was simple: go all out and really overload that side of Ben White, so that you really have lots of numbers there. Maybe they go past him, and the only time they got past him, Xhaka and Jorginho had closed down very well into that area, and it was all about Bukayo Saka being beaten off pace by Ban, yet Ban is a really slow player. So Mikel Arteta should think about benching Saka in the next game. I think the next game they are playing, where Arsenal is playing, is it Nottingham Forest? Let me see here. Arsenal is playing Brighton at home, and I think what they should do is simple: let them go all out and cause a lot of havoc to that side of Ben White by really putting there Trossard, such that Trossard goes ahead to face Estupinian to really cause the required tension and really intensity. So that's what I had for you. I'm returning with what we call the player ratings onto this channel, and don't forget to go out and really do the needful and obviously give us the best that we deserve by subscribing to this channel. But congratulations to Arsenal, back to winning ways. 3-1 against Chelsea, another one with a clean sheet. That is so much important, and I cover you all in the precious blood of Jesus Christ. Your thoughts onto this result are welcome into the comment section below. My Muslim friends, I love you, and may Allah protect you abundantly. And to the Christians, I cover you all in the precious blood of Jesus Christ, entering into the 8th of May. That is tomorrow. I'm out.